DJ. We're supposed to have some dancing after this. I hope you are ready. If you are ready, because actually it is my hair. I have receipts. As long as I have the receipt, it is my hair. Ladies, do we agree? First of all, I think it's the men that make us wear wig anyway. They like all that long hair. So you go buy your own and wear. As long as I have the receipt, it's my hair. So Mr. DJ, we're Nigeria, and you know we have our own way of doing things. Are you ready to show me what you have today? Are you ready? I'm waiting for you. Nigerians, you must learn how to bend back. Do you know what bending back is? I will show you what is bending back. To all the non-Africans, let me specify. And don't take offense, my husband is Oyibo. So you understand, this one refers to him too. But he claims he's from Calabar. Can I tell you what my Oyibo husband said? Oh, for the non-Nigerians, Oyibo is white person. No offense. I'm married to one. He walked in, he said, what is for dinner? He looked at the menu on the table. He said, hey, well, they did me 419. Imagine my Oyibo husband. My white husband said to me, he did me 419. I said, honey, what? What are you talking about? He said, did you be 419, honey? I said, well, why? He said, I was looking at the menu. I'm sorry, I don't do good white voice like my guy on this one. He said, they don't have suya. I said, okay, I'm sorry. He said, but that's not the only thing they don't have. They don't have egusi soup. And they don't have jollof rice. I said, oh, well, you did world of Astoria. Just because the Dimorphy came here does not mean that they have fufu.
And a dikaiko.
I think I have spoiled my husband. Now my husband meets other Nigerians. He says, oh, hello, I'm Arik. I'm a Calabar man. You hear that? And then when my husband meets a Yoruba man, he says, Bawo ni. And then he goes like this. And then when he meets an Igbo man, he goes, Kedu. My husband is trying, a round of applause for my husband. He's trying. Oh, honey, can I have my cell phone, please? Sorry. Please, thank you. I'm sorry, I have to use technology because I forgot to print out my stuff. So, thank God for BlackBerry. My husband, Mark Manzis. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to be entertained? Yes. Oh yes. Commonly called the well-fed comedian, the ridiculously hilarious entertainer, Jeddy has had the gene of entertainment in his blood. It wasn't until 1999 he ventured out of the status quo and into his comfort zone of entertainment, starting with music. He and a couple of other talented artists came together and formed the gospel sensational group God's Own Inspired Voices, and came out with the hit single Ooh La La, Eshutite. Amongst the artists in the group, including Dakoye Banjo, now known as Mr. Endowed Devange, the group later on dissolved to pursue further opportunities, and Jedi continued on his journey of releasing his own solo album. In 2001, he began making appearances at different comedy events, and from there he handled a comedy segment that lasted for 2 years with Ayo Makinde and Dele Agadumo, aka Crystal, on Echo 89.75 FM on the program Make It Happen. Jedi has performed at numerous shows including Alibaba Live, Laughs and Jams with Basket Mouth, Holy Laughter with Holy Malam, Crack Your Ribs with, oh wow, this guy, Julius Aldu, Making Water with R&B, Harps and Songs with Oke Bakasi, and a host of many others. He was nominated 3 years in a row for Best Comedian Act for Nigerian Entertainment Awards. That is founded by my guy over here, Tope Esan. And he's been host for the Nigerian Reunion Corporation, host for the recently concluded MTN at 10 Thank You concert tour. He was also the host of the popular TV game show called Show Me the Money, and has hosted the MTN Taxi Mania game show 2 years in a row. He can be spotted in the now released novel sequel, The Return of Jennifer, featuring this year's host of the NEA, Funke Akindele. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, this dude is funny. Actually, my husband still repeats the joke he told when he met him, I think, at last year's NRC, where he described how you could recognize every other Nigerian tribe. And he said, one thing to remember is like, when you are Yoruba, everything ends with ah or oh. Otio, hey, ah, and we always remember that because it's incredibly funny. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is multi-talented. He can sing, he can act, he can crack your ribs. Put your hands together if you're ready. You know they say laughter actually burns a lot of calories. Put your hands together.
When they go home and start falling in love, you know, say what I don't want to get. Hey! I'm in love. Are you in love?
Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please round for applause for this wonderful woman representing and doing us proud. A born Nigerian representing us here in America. I remember when Mr. Bruno was introducing her, he mentioned he featured in so many home videos, movies, series, right? Mentioned like Law and Order, right? Which other one? NYPD Blues.
Say Grace Before Drowning.
Say Grace Before Drowning. Dying Trail. Which other one? Alright. Not only you, even me, I featured in movies like I Spit on Your Great Part 4, Isaga Part 2, Odeshi Part 8. To your husband, Mr. Nancy, how are you? How everything, huh? You sure? Oh, why not bite your tongue? The way you are, so you mess for me, I'll give you green passport. Wait, in fact, good enough, His Excellency, my uncle, my friend, my big brother is like a father to me, is here. Should we consider him amongst the list and give him
green passport?
Green card or green, yes, we should give him green card. Or we'll give him green passport. Okay, Mr. Hey, your name again. No, we will give you one today. I will give you a Calabar name. Your wife is from Calabar, Cross River State in Nigeria. I will give you a name, Okod. So, Mr. Okod, if you are sure you need There's two planes here.
One is dead.
One is dead.
Dead on arrival.
Okay, can you hear me? All right. This is a bit of a more serious moment because we're going to present some awards tonight. And these are going to be kind of special awards that this has never been done anywhere by Arik before, where we're going to be creating an award here called the Friends of Arik Award. And it was not easy to decide, you know, you're all friends of Arik. Let's make that very clear right now. Everybody in this room and a whole lot of people out of this room are very, very good friends of Arik. But we wanted to recognize a few special individuals who, frankly, I don't believe we would be here tonight without them. There was a time when I first started, it was pretty funny how many people called up and said, "Man, you're really bad at your job. I just got off your plane and there were 4 people on it." And I'd be like, yeah. What can you say when there's 4 people on your plane? You gotta say, yeah, that's it. And we're working on it though. And we did work on it. And the first award I'm gonna provide here, and for those who can't see it, this is the new Friends of Arik Award. And there was a guy, and God only knows how he found me. I mean, I got this job in January, and I would say January 10th, and by January 12th, I get a call. I didn't have a phone. I got a call from the reservations office, and they're putting paper in front of my nose that this guy wants me to come to Colombia. And I had to explain, Colombia never wanted me, ever. So sure enough, he hounds me, and we're next thing I know, 3 weeks later, I'm at Colombia, and he wanted me to speak on economics of airlines in Nigeria. I had gotten a job maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I didn't know really where Nigeria was on the map. So I declined the speaking role, but I did go. And to make the really long story short, Osahan, if you can come up here, wherever you are. This guy taught me Nigerian. He really did. I mean, he took me under his wing and said, I will show you where you need to be, when you want to be there, and how you're going to act when you get there. And I just followed his lead. Osahan ended up being hired by me. And he did a summer internship with Arik here. And I probably know a good third or more of the people in this room because Osahan got me involved with them. From Idaho, New Jersey, to EKO, to, I can't even tell you all the officials, but he probably can. But frankly, I wouldn't have known how to get started if this guy didn't find me and say, we want to make this airline successful. It was brilliant with all the marketing theory he threw at me that was really not worth his tuition, but the reality, he understood exactly what the Nigerian people wanted, and wanted from this airline, and wanted from me. And all I've done is follow his lead. So Osahan's going to be the first ever recipient of the Friends of Arik Air Award. You can take a picture of somebody else's award. This is the box.
And I was very impressed by the ambition of this airline. And there were a number of things that made me excited about working with Bob for the airline. But most of them were basically about how Arik Air raised the bar for local airlines in Nigeria by coming out with brand new planes, and also for international airlines because they had to deal with the fact that there was now a player who was from the country. And there hadn't been a Nigerian airline flying to the US for over 10 years, maybe 15, 20. And so it was a very big deal for me, being a Nigerian in the diaspora at the time, living in New York, to have an airline like this. So that was one of the things. But also, when I went to visit Nigeria, I got to see what kind of an operation was going on. Over 120 flights a day. I mean, it's quite an amazing feat. And now I've moved back to Nigeria. I moved back in August. And every week, because I'm a consultant, every week I fly on Arik Air. And I have to tell you, I'm always very pleased to see the people in the uniforms, especially the Ankara that those ladies are wearing right now. It makes me very excited to see that in Nigeria, because it's a very, very high quality airline. And I'm very pleased to be associated with them. Thank you very much for listening.
All right, the second award recipient is somebody I actually met at the first event that Osahan brought me to. This woman was unbelievable in somebody who, you know, to put it mildly, out of my league. I would never have walked up to her and said hello, let alone, you know, asked her to work with us, help us, open doors for me. You look at me. I mean, I'm kind of an old guy, a little out of shape. Out of shape. We got the marathon staying here. You want to talk about guys walking around making me look stupid? Come on, huh? But here's an A-list model, somebody who is striking the pages of Victoria's Secret, Sports Illustrated, and she comes up to me and says, "You're Arik? Come here." And drags me right over into the VIP section of a fashion show, and I'm just a fashion show guy here, and introduces me to people, and has me meeting press, and has me meeting other very well-known people from Nigeria and other areas of Africa, and proceeds to tell everybody how they have to support Arik Air. She loves flying us, and everybody else should do it too, so she can keep flying us, because if nobody flies us, then we're not going to be here, and she doesn't want us to leave. Ladies and gentlemen, she has the best reason. She's flying Arik Air to Lagos tonight. And no, I didn't upgrade her either.
What I mean.
All right, the next. Oh, yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arik, which is younger brother, and it is a great honor and privilege to be up here accepting this award on behalf of her. I really didn't want to be here, but she said, "You have to go." And I don't know if any of you ever met her. She's really like, when she means something, she's very forceful about it. And I want to thank Arik, our whole family. We love flying Arik. We enjoy flying Arik. We fly economy, but it's been fun flying economy. Thank you very much.
All right, next I'm going to call up 3 people all at once. And these are travel agencies, and they have really gone beyond expectations of supporting Arik. We've chosen 3 because there's only 3 agencies in America, and maybe beyond, that have sold over $1 billion worth of tickets basically since I started. So So if somebody from Mill Run, Picasso, and Show Will Travel, Franklin, come up and receive these awards before we